The world around us is full of wonder and beauty. From the soaring heights of the Himalayas to the depths of the Amazon rainforest, life finds a way to thrive. Yet, even in the most serene environments, darkness can lurk. Join me as we journey into the minds of some of history's most chilling figures, serial killers. Few things evoke childhood joy and laughter quite like the sight of a clown, but for some, the painted smile and brightly colored costume conceal a deep-seated fear. This fear stems from real-life horrors, and one name in particular stands out: John Wayne Gacy. Gacy, a seemingly ordinary man, harbored a sinister secret beneath his jovial facade. He was a predator who preyed on young boys and men, luring them to his home under false pretenses. Once inside, the facade would drop, revealing the monster that lay beneath. Gacy's transformation into his alter ego, Pogo the Clown, was chillingly meticulous. He donned a handcrafted costume, complete with a painted-on grin and a shock of brightly colored hair. This transformation, rather than raising suspicion, served as a lure, drawing his unsuspecting victims into his web of terror. Imagine, if you will, the trust a child places in a clown, the embodiment of innocence and fun. Gacy exploited this trust, twisting it into a weapon against his victims. He used his clown persona to gain access to their world, their homes, their lives. The discovery of Gacy's crimes sent shockwaves through America. Beneath his suburban home, a grisly discovery awaited investigators: the remains of 29 young men, their bodies crammed into a makeshift crawl space. Each victim represented a life cut tragically short, a family left shattered by unimaginable grief. Gacy's trial was a media spectacle, the nation captivated by the horrors he'd inflicted. He was ultimately convicted of 33 murders, making him one of the most prolific serial killers in American history. His case serves as a stark reminder that evil can lurk in the most unexpected places, hidden behind masks of normalcy and even joy. The vast expanse of the American Southwest, with its desolate landscapes and scorching sun, has long held an allure for those seeking solitude and escape. But within these seemingly endless stretches of desert, darkness can thrive, hidden from prying eyes. It was here, in the heart of New Mexico, that David Parker Ray, the toy box killer, committed his unspeakable acts. Ray's crimes were not merely acts of violence. They were meticulously planned and executed acts of torture, designed to inflict the maximum amount of pain and suffering on his victims. He operated out of a soundproof trailer, a place he chillingly referred to as his toy box. Inside this chamber of horrors, Ray carried out his twisted fantasies. The trailer was equipped with an array of tools designed for torture, each one a testament to his depraved mind. Chains, whips, and restraints littered the floor, silent witnesses to the horrors that unfolded within those walls. Ray's victims, mostly women, were abducted and brought to this isolated location, where they were subjected to unimaginable horrors. Their screams, muffled by the soundproofed walls, went unheard, their pleas for mercy falling on deaf ears. Some were held captive for days, even weeks, their bodies and minds broken by the relentless torture. One woman, however, would prove to be Ray's undoing. After enduring days of unimaginable abuse, she managed to escape her confines, her naked and battered body a testament to the horrors she had endured. She stumbled to a nearby house, her cries for help finally reaching someone who could help. The subsequent investigation revealed the true extent of Ray's crimes. The toy box was a treasure trove of evidence, each item painting a gruesome picture of the horrors that had transpired within its walls. Audio recordings of Ray's voice, taunting and tormenting his victims, sent chills down the spines of even the most seasoned investigators. Though Ray was ultimately apprehended, his case continues to haunt the American psyche. The toy box killer serves as a chilling reminder that evil can lurk even in the most desolate corners of the world, preying on the innocent and vulnerable. Chapter 3. In the annals of criminal history, there are cases that stand out for their sheer depravity, for the depths of human cruelty they reveal. The case of Fred and Rosemary West is one such case, a chilling tale of a seemingly ordinary couple who harbored a horrifying secret behind the closed doors of their home at 25 Cromwell Street. From the outside, 25 Cromwell Street appeared unremarkable, a typical home in the quiet English town of Gloucester. Yet, behind its facade of normalcy, a nightmare unfolded. Fred West, a seemingly unremarkable man with a gruff exterior, was the patriarch of this house of horrors. He possessed a dark side, fueled by a perverse need for control and domination. Rosemary, his wife, was no innocent bystander. She participated in the abuse, her thirst for power and control mirroring her husband's. Together, they created an environment of fear and violence within the walls of their home. Their victims, primarily young women, were lured to 25 Cromwell Street with promises of work or shelter. However, these promises were nothing more than a cruel ruse, a way to trap their victims within their web of depravity. Once inside, the true nature of the West's horrifying games was revealed. Their victims were subjected to unimaginable cruelty, their bodies and minds broken by relentless abuse. The house itself became a silent witness to their crimes, its very walls seemingly absorbing the screams of the victims. The full extent of the West's crimes would not be revealed until years later, when police, acting on a tip, began excavating the garden of 25 Cromwell Street. What they uncovered shocked the nation. The remains of 9 young women, their bodies buried beneath the earth, hidden from view. The discovery sent shockwaves through Gloucester and beyond. The Wests were arrested, their house of horrors exposed to the world. Fred West, facing the weight of his crimes, took his own life in prison, leaving Rosemary to face justice alone. She was convicted of 10 murders and sentenced to life in prison, her name forever etched in the annals of criminal history. Chapter 4. The vast and unforgiving Andes Mountains, stretching like a jagged spine down the western edge of South America, have long been a place of mystery and legend. But within their towering peaks and hidden valleys, darkness can also thrive, preying on the vulnerable and the lost. It is here that the story of Pedro López, the monster of the Andes, unfolds, a chilling tale of a serial killer whose reign of terror spanned multiple countries and left an indelible mark on the region. López's childhood was marked by poverty and abuse, a breeding ground for the darkness that would eventually consume him. As a young man, he drifted into a life of petty crime, his crimes escalating in brutality with each passing year. He began targeting young girls, often from impoverished backgrounds, their vulnerability making them easy prey. López's modus operandi was as calculated as it was chilling. He would lure his victims with promises of gifts or work, leading them to secluded areas where he would unleash his brutality. His crimes were marked by a chilling detachment, a complete lack of empathy for the young lives he was snuffing out. As López's body count grew, so too did his notoriety. He became a phantom, drifting across the porous borders of Colombia, Ecuador, and Peru, leaving a trail of bodies in his wake. The authorities, often ill-equipped and overwhelmed, struggled to track his movements, their efforts hampered by the vastness of the terrain and the fear that López instilled in those who crossed his path. In 1980, López's reign of terror came to an abrupt end in Ecuador. He was arrested for the murder of 3 young girls, their bodies discovered in a shallow grave. In a chilling confession, López admitted to killing over 100 young girls, his crimes spanning over a decade and multiple countries. Despite the overwhelming evidence against him, López was deemed insane and confined to a psychiatric hospital. He spent 14 years there, his crimes seemingly forgotten by the outside world. Then, in a shocking turn of events, he was released in 1994, deemed cured and no longer a threat to society. López's whereabouts remain unknown, his release sending shockwaves through South America and beyond. The monster of the Andes vanished back into the shadows, leaving behind a legacy of fear and unanswered questions. His case serves as a chilling reminder that some evils can never be truly contained, and that the darkest corners of the human soul can sometimes remain hidden, waiting for the opportunity to resurface. As we've journeyed into the dark heart of these serial killer cases, we've encountered unimaginable cruelty and a chilling disregard for human life. These individuals, driven by motives often as complex as they are disturbing, serve as a stark reminder of the darkness that can lurk beneath the surface of even the most seemingly ordinary lives. The world is a tapestry woven with threads of both beauty and darkness. While it's tempting to turn away from the unsettling to focus solely on the bright spots, it's crucial to acknowledge the shadows that exist alongside the light. Understanding the nature of evil in all its forms is essential to safeguarding ourselves and future generations. These cases, though difficult to confront, offer valuable insights into the criminal mind and the societal factors that can contribute to the rise of such individuals. By studying these cases, we can work towards a future where such horrors are less likely to occur, a future where the light of compassion and understanding outshines the darkness.